All right. Welcome once again. It is always good to be here with you on this space, just celebrating, getting together, reminiscing on so many things. And you know what I am doing right now. I'm coming up with some ideas about what to do and what to say. Overall, I just want to say this. It is always good to be here with you at any time, at any moment, just to be at peace, just to be at prayer and meditate. I want to do these video vlogs from home, but I also want to go outside of the space of my home. And you know where I am right now. I'm going to put this down right now. And then just kind of take you on a short walk down memory lane. What am I thinking about right now? Well, I am thinking about Hollywood. And I want to remember Mr. Ozzy Osbourne. Rest in peace. I want to remember Hulk Hogan. Rest in peace. And I also want to remember Mr. Malcolm Jamal Warner. As you can see or know, that Hollywood somehow influenced me, and it still influences me, even today. And this particular channel, wow, look at those motorcycles. It'd be fun to ride one of those. As I was saying, Hollywood somehow influences me. And I want a lot of moviegoers, I want a lot of producers, writers, management companies to come on here and take some of the ideas that I have in movie scripting. Because now that I am a content producer, creator, or producer, yeah, I like to share some of the good in all of us, actually Hollywood. It's really hot here in Chicago, by the way. I know you're seeing me drenched in sweat. It's not really windy today, and you know what my favorite, ultimately, spot of this whole entire place is. Oh man, it's not really windy, so the flag isn't waving so much. To all of our men and women in service and our furry babies, my love to you. So as I was talking about our beloved Hollywood goers, movie producers, I'm finding out literally that a lot of the old, what is that, movie directors and even actors are going on to be with the Lord. By the way, my love and prayer to Hulk Hogan and all of his family, and Miss Sharon Osbourne. I couldn't tell you the pain of losing a loved one. And remember, here on my Let's Get Real YouTube channel, I've lost loved ones. But I also want to work on ways in which I can keep their memories alive. And I know I'm not at their cemetery spot, but just like in Hollywood, just like anyone on this space wants to do, I always want to remember who they were and what they did in their lifetime for us. Hulk Hogan was a wrestler. He went to church, by the way. Ozzy Osbourne was an entertainer. And Mr. Malcolm Jamal Warner was part of the Cosby Show. My love and prayers to all of the families. I know it hurts when you lose a loved one. And you know that I am about to recognize and remember my loved ones, my Shiba baby, and my most recent death, my mommy Petrita. This camera, this spot is absolutely perfect. You know this one's my favorite. Because you have seen my loved ones on here. Who else do I want to recognize? I also want to obviously recognize Mr. Phil Robertson and his family. And I also want to recognize Miss Ann Burrell. Rest in peace. What can I do right now? The best thing that I can do as an individual, as a content creator, is be here amongst the spirits of the now past and simply just pray and meditate. Yeah, I've got 2 sets of prayer beads, by the way. I've got this one and I've got this one. So in this lifetime, more than anything, more than my lifestyle, I want to be known as a woman of prayer and peace. I know I don't always exemplify that. And I know that I've got Jehovah's Witnesses. What is that? I know I've got Mormons. I've got the Church of Scientology. And you do wonder about all of these other religions and what they mean, what they stand for. But ultimately, I want to look at the faith. I should have said the childlike faith that my mommy Petrita stood for. I know that we can be judgmental because of what such religions have done for us. I know that we can be judgmental for what is happening in the church. But one thing that always brings me back is the childlike faith, the identity, and just the spirit of my mommy Petrita. So what do I want to work on with myself? Well, I think you know what I'm about to tell you. I want to work on memorizing the prayers of these little booklets. Now, the only other thing is that these prayers are in Spanish. And I want to show you, I want to bring you back to a piece of prayer. I know you're probably going to look at it backwards, but this prayer was one of the prayers that one of the sisters in church said to my mommy as she was laying in her sick bed. And it is so meaningful to me. So I'm going to practice memorizing a lot of the prayers that my mommy would have wanted me to learn, to memorize. And another thing that I also want to bring to you is this. How would your loved ones, how would they want you to live or keep living this life? For me, I heard somebody say that when you have a funeral, that all you do is somehow people go and eat. They live on their life because life goes on. Everything that is left from that person is debt. What they did to you. But I want you to somehow, leave the bad and remember the good. What would they want you to live on? What would they want you to do for them now that they are gone? For me, I have decided to make my social media, and including this channel, about my loved ones. This way, I know that they can relive their life stories. Because the most important thing that I want to do is to be able to document, to be able to share the story of two people that protected me. And that's my mommy Petrita and my papi, Don Lenchito, and the good that they have done in their lives. I don't want their lives to not go untold, right? So that's why I'm sharing that with you. But that's kind of cloudy now. I could go on and on. My love, my prayers to everyone in Hollywood that have lost dearly. My love and prayers to you if you are going through a hard time. And I can't tell you to go to church. I can't tell you to pray for that individual. But I can tell you this.